A night of celebration turned into unimaginable tragedy when a nightclub collapse in the Dominican Republic claimed dozens of lives. But the stories of survival and heroism that emerged reveal something profound about human resilience.
The timing of this makes it even more heartbreaking. Happening during a performance by Ruby Perez, one of the country's most beloved musical legends.
You know what really struck me about this? We spoke with Raphael, who was there recording videos just 15 minutes before everything came down. He almost didn't even go that night.
That's one of those life changing decisions that must haunt him. How many people did he estimate were there?
Between 700 and 800 people packed into that club. And here's what's fascinating about how the human mind processes trauma. When the collapse started, Raphael thought it was just some wood falling. He couldn't even comprehend that the entire structure was giving way.
Well, that really shows how our brains try to make sense of the unthinkable, doesn't it?
Exactly. And speaking of the unthinkable, we also heard from one of the volunteer firefighters who arrived at 5:25 a.m. Get this, he's not even paid for this work. He sells chicken at a local store to make a living, yet he rushed into this incredibly dangerous situation.
That level of dedication is just wow. How many victims did he help recover?
Around 30 people. And he was actually the one who found Ruby Perez's body. But what really got to me was how he worked for 2 straight days on nothing but water and juice. No food, just pure determination.
The physical and emotional toll must have been enormous. I mean, he mentioned not being able to sleep for 3 days afterward.
And you know what makes this even more complicated? There's growing concern that the actual number of victims might be higher than reported. Raphael is still getting messages from people looking for family members who haven't appeared on any official lists.
That uncertainty must be absolutely devastating for those families.
Well, here's something that really highlights the systemic issues at play. When that same firefighter tried to attend Ruby Perez's wake, he was initially turned away because of how he was dressed. This man, who had recovered dozens of victims, couldn't even pay his respects.
That really speaks to deeper issues about how we value different members of society, doesn't it?
Absolutely. And it ties into what both interviewees emphasized about emergency protocols. The survivor mentioned there was an iron gate blocking the emergency exit that they had to break through to escape. I mean, just think about that for a moment.
The implications for building safety regulations are staggering.
You know what else keeps coming back to me? Both men described this lingering heaviness in the air, this collective grief that settled over the entire community. The firefighter called it a negative aura that made sleep impossible.
That kind of trauma ripples through generations, doesn't it?
It really does. And Raphael made such an important point about grief, how we often say, I can't imagine what you're going through to those who are suffering. But it's actually impossible to truly understand that level of loss unless you've experienced it yourself.
That's such a powerful perspective on empathy and its limitations.
Looking ahead, this tragedy has sparked crucial conversations about building safety and emergency response. But more than anything, it's a stark reminder of life's fragility and the importance of cherishing every moment with our loved ones.
Those conversations need to continue long after the immediate shock fades.
Indeed, because as both our interviewees emphasized, the impact of this night will echo through this community for generations to come, not just in the lives lost, but in how it's changed their fundamental understanding of safety, celebration, and the precious nature of time with those we love.